Peaceful greetings, everyone. So, I just finished a conversation with a gentleman that had stated that uh, first of all, we started speaking because he had his arm in a sling. And so I told him a story about how I had also had to wear a sling around 5 years old because I had fallen off of a set of bunk beds that actually even had the extra safety rail with the ladder or whatever. And so I had rolled over top of all of that and had actually fallen on the ground. And I didn't even wake up until my alleged mom, Dolores Diane Dee Dee Sunshine Hartley Smith, was uh, cutting off my t-shirt because my chest was so swollen that the t-shirt wouldn't come off just regular by taking it off regularly. So anyways, we start talking about his situation, and come to find out he was by the police. He was on his bike, and the policy enforcer, aka police officer, was in their car, okay, and hit him. And so we were speaking about how, um, he was stating that he was going to have to get an attorney outside of the area, um, and which is understandable and overstandable because, he would get no justice otherwise within the system. And so, what I want to relay to everyone, as well as what I had stated to him, and my conversation was what inspired me to do this video right now, to get it out right now, is that there are a couple of things that happen when you hire an attorney, regardless of if they're in the area or out of the area, co-conspirators or whatever. The thing is that people have to realize when they are dealing with this system, most of which is, corrupt, okay, you have to know these key components about what you are dealing with so that you can make the wisest decisions for yourself. Because as they say, ignorance of law is no excuse. Okay. And so that's one reason why, certain people in positions don't like me, because I teach people their lawful rights. You know, whether I'm not a citizen of the United States, I'm not subject to, nor a resident of, I'm indigenous, but that does not stop me from teaching other people that are citizens of the United States what their lawful rights and remedies would be within that system. Okay. And so there are, those who are and would be upset with me because it cuts in their bottom line, because they need people ignorant of their rights. Because if you don't, and I say this all the time, and if you hear anybody saying it, they got it from me. If you do not know your rights, you have none. Because these people, they are not going to give any, what? They're going to give no to violating the rights that you don't know. A lot of these people are not honorable. They're not going to be forthcoming and let you know what your rights are. They are going to violate your rights if you do not know them and you do not stand firm on what your rights are. Okay? So, the major things that you have to know about this system when hiring an attorney, okay, because he felt better that he got an attorney outside of the area. That's great. That is going to get him further than he would have had he stayed with an attorney within the area, for sure, for sure. So number one, you have to know that attorneys are officers of the court. What does that mean? Listen, and any of this stuff that I say, don't believe me, go look it up for yourself, and do not Google it. Get in these federal law libraries, the Black Laws Dictionary, the Bouvier's Dictionary. Get in there and get to the actual sources. And then if it's in a different language, because most of the you know, alleged law, colorable law, is in Latin. So you are going to have to translate these things into English so that you know what it is. Okay? So anyways, the point is that you are dealing with an officer of the court. An officer of the court, their first obligation is not to you, it is to the court. Regardless of if they get you to win or not, they have done whatever was in the best interest of letting you win as much as you did within the realms of doing what was best for the court. Do you hear what I'm saying? Whatever it was, even if you won, it was still a winning that was in the best interest of the court. Okay? The alleged courts, because these are not even lawful courts on indigenous land, but we will get into that another time. So, furthermore, what happens immediately upon hiring an attorney? This is important information for indigenous, aborigines, autochthonous, original bloodlines of this land, okay, who are not under the jurisdiction of the United States Republic, Corporation, any of that. Okay, this is highly important because as soon as you allow a public pretender or an officer of the court, aka an attorney, represent you, not present you, because only you can present yourself, represent you, representing themselves as you, right? Because they're now your mouthpiece to speaking for you, and I'll get into that in just a second because that is a whole nother thing, that another point that I want to make. So with with that being said, they literally are going to be doing whatever is best in every way, shape, or form for the court, no matter what. Okay? Now, when you hire an attorney, immediately upon your Johnny Hancock, aka autograph for indigenous, signature for citizens, when you autograph and sign those documents to hire them or verbally agree to having them as your attorney or public pretender, you have just submitted yourself under their jurisdiction, where jurisdiction may not have existed prior to. You immediately submit yourself to the jurisdiction of whatever jurisdiction they are within. Okay? So that is huge. Number 3 is that when you hire an attorney, immediately, you have thus stated you are incompetent enough to speak as an adult that is competent in law to present yourself. You have placed yourself as a minor child that cannot speak for themselves, and you need an attorney to speak for you. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Okay? So, immediately, all of these things have occurred just upon hiring or allowing an attorney, agreeing to an attorney to represent you. And once you've done it, there are things that you actually have to do to alleviate the situation and bring it back into a form and fashion that you could get remedy otherwise. Okay? So I just wanted to come with this quick video because of the conversation that I had. And I have lots of stories of where I was, in situations with the fraudulent courts, the alleged courts, in which they were attempting to force attorneys upon me because they knew that I knew these key components about jurisdiction, about uh, becoming a incompetent minor state status by having an attorney, or by submitting yourself to the jurisdiction. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I hope this helped you guys to understand and overstand what some of your lawful rights are. Have a great day. Peace.